So I'm gonna do the parts that have to be painted up. So actually what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna just paint these ones up and go from there. Hello, the 3D painter. You're one of the many people that I hope it will join today. Now the cameras are set up because I have to record this one as well. Let's do some couple of different settings for the camera. So that's gonna be ready soon. Okay, that should do it. So the other camera is set up as well. Let's put on the glove. Get a trusty airbrush and put this one away. This airbrush I only use to dry up the paint. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Ron on the 3D. Now, these letters, I have a couple of ideas how to paint them up. Now, I was at one point thinking to go with the lighter brass and then go some red wash on it and then just dirty it up, or go with the copper and still do some red wash on it. So I think I'm gonna go with the copper in the end. I'm not sure about it yet, so I'm gonna start with what I know for 100% I'm going to do, and that is the silver. So I don't know, guys, what you do with your empty bottles. What I do, I collect them, clean them, and then reuse them for the paints. I have a couple of them here that I still have to clean out. This was one that I reused as well. So now I have the Citadel Land Birch in it. Pretty sure I butchered that name. I'm terrible with names. And now let's start with the easy part. Now I always like to go with the first coat just a little bit light, not too heavy. And I always give 2 coats of the base color. It's just always worked out better for me. I have a bad habit. So I have these clamps that I made myself. So these are simple clamps that you can buy from really cheap shops. And then I added one of these chopsticks to it, put some tape, and they go nowhere. So they're really good and handy. So I always use them to put it up the pieces that I start painting. So I have a couple of them. As you can see, they're really quite strong as well, so they will not open easily. So again, this is a metallic color. I have a specific brush that I use for the metallics. It's my universal brush that I use for everything else, and then I have the better brush, airbrush, that I only use for small details and nothing else. And this one has a 0.4 needle in it, so it's better for the flow for the metallic colors, because of course they have the small pieces in it that usually gunk up your airbrush. Okay, this is gonna be the second silver. And once we're done with the silver, clean up the airbrush. Now always with the silver, make sure that you clean with any metallics, not just silver, clean up your airbrush really good, because again, it's the paint that's gonna gum up your airbrush, and then you're gonna have all the problems going forward with it. So now we are done with the silver. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the copper. Now, unfortunately, these model metallic air ones, I have it for really long time. I didn't use them as much. They're not my favorite colors, but again, they have to be used up. So as you can see over here, I'm gonna move my paints. I have this mixer, and this is one of the best that I have for the paint. I'm really happy with it. I had it for a couple of years, but I didn't find anything better than it. So I'm always happy when it works. So I will be really upset the day that is going to break and not going to work anymore. So let's hope for the best. Let me plug it back in, because I had to unplug it to move it. And now that puts these paints back. Now let's see what's gonna be with this metallic, because again, I didn't use it for a long time. I have it for some time and I didn't use it, so let's hope it's still good. Now always with your first coat, don't rush to make it too thick. Just make sure that you cover all the areas. And then when you're going to come back and give the second coat, then again, not too thick, but that will cover everything perfectly. And then you will notice the parts that you missed by any chance as well. So Ron, are you still working on the Daredevil piece? Are you still working on the Daredevil base, or you start doing something else? Hi guys, welcome to my live channel. I'm gonna paint up Cammy's face over here. So at the moment I'm doing the KO letters, which will have some lights on it as well. This so far looks good. All right, guys, remember, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Shopping on Amazon again. Yeah, that's a bad habit. So maybe it's better to print two of those inserts if one of them gets stuck again. Can't wait to see, Ron, if you get the new Anycubic translucent resin. If it's gonna still print it out a more yellowish, or it's just because of your resin problem. But that way you will know that maybe your settings are a little bit, the exposure time is a little bit too high. So then you know that you will have to lower that one. Okay, looks like this is done as well. I think something went into my airbrush because this paint came out really hard, so it could be that we have a case that it's starting to, yeah, definitely something in it. Like I mentioned before, this paint is really old, so yeah, I would be not surprised it had some small pieces in it. So I like to use these baby wipes, wet wipes. They are really good of cleaning up. So what I do always, I clean up the inside of the cup for the airbrush. So I'm removing all the parts that's starting to dry a little bit. Some airbrush cleaner. Sounds like this one it's okay. Hey guys, welcome. And please, if you like what I'm doing here, smash that like button. That will help out a lot. And check out my channel. I'm doing full videos as well how to paint. So again, if you like what I'm doing, give it a subscribe, give it a like. Check out the 3D painter as well. He has some awesome live stream every day. So you can do that after I'm finished over here. So now I'm going to give the second coat on the base parts. And I forgot to turn on my second camera. So that's on as well now. And at the moment, I'm just giving the second coat of the silver for these poles. And then I'm going to let them dry a little bit, go back to the main base, and start giving some colors to it. Now, usually I like to go by the renders of the artist, but I always take the liberty to do some changes in the color that I use. Because the renders sometimes they are from somebody else's point of view, and maybe it's not the same that I would paint up the piece. Now we are back to cleaning the airbrush. You have to clean this, especially with the metallics, after every change of paint. All the needles are sometimes really, really hard to find on Amazon here in Europe. Sometimes I have to wait months for them to find the gaskets and the needles online in stock. Okay, so for the moment I'm done with the silver. I will not need this for some time, so let's put it away so it's not in the way. Now it doesn't look like I'm going to use this one now. I think after I finish with this copper, I'm even going to throw it out because this one definitely has some small pieces in it. So look like this one is dry, so I can give the second coat to it. Maybe it's a bit too thick as well, so let's thin it down a little bit. Yeah, I think it's too thick. That's the problem, I think, maybe. Because I didn't use it for a while, so... Just gonna make sure that the thinner and the paint get mixed up really good. Otherwise, the paint will be a little bit funny when it will come out. Some of it will be still thick, and some of it will be really, really thin, so we don't want that. So yeah, maybe the problem was that the paint was just thick, not dry yet. You will get the 2.8mm needle kit today. I stopped using the 2.8 at the moment. I only have two airbrushes, so I'm using the 1.5 and the 4. But I think I have to get 2.8 one as well. Oh yeah, the paint comes out way better now. So the problem is that because I don't use that bronze for some time, it got a little bit thicker than it's supposed to. Well, if you think so, that it would cheaper to buy the whole new airbrush, you can do that, and then you will have some spare parts for the future if they are compatible if you buy the same one. But I think your airbrush, the old one, it's already worn out a little bit, so yeah, probably buying a new one will be a good idea. At the moment, I'm not even thinking of buying a new airbrush because first I need to get a new printer, so that's my main focus, and after that we will see. Okay, let's put some more paint actually and just thin it down, because so like, guys, quick question. How often do you thin down your paints? It's something that you do regularly, or when you only need to use it? Oh, just a year old? I think I had to change mine after 2 years, maybe. So maybe you were a little bit more harsh with your airbrushes. Almost always. You see, the thing is, I thin it down always as well, but sometimes if I don't use a paint for some time, because I have so many of them, and never enough, they start to dry out a little bit. Now, because I thin them down, it will take some time for them to actually dry out. But yeah, back in the day, I used to shake up my paints because I didn't have too many. Like twice every second week, I would just really make sure that my paints are up to standard. Now I don't do that. Maybe I should go back and do it again. I see we have some new people. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining in. Now, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. That will help out a lot. And you can check out my channel as well for more videos if you're into this type of hobby. Now, this is pretty much done. So now I'm going to focus on the main base. I'm going to start doing some dry brushing on it. Yeah, so that's almost 2 years. Yeah. I think I got mine around the same time, the evolution. Nice. Now you're definitely set for some time, Ron. So, hi guys, welcome to my live stream. Please hit that like button. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dry up these letters a little bit. So after that I can start painting them up. So this is the base color for the bronze. So this is the KO from Cammy's base. And the little light bulbs over here, I don't have no clue how I'm going to paint them up yet. So if you have any ideas, guys, let me know. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go with some yellowish, bright yellow on it. This is one of the way that sometimes I speed up a little bit my drying of the paint. Usually I use my wife's hair dryer. So yeah, I borrow that all the time. Now I was thinking that maybe on the live stream it will be a little bit too noisy, so I was thinking to maybe skip that part now. Okay, so here we have the base. Now, when I look up the picture, this one actually has a couple of colors. Now, I'm just gonna check something really quick out on the colors over here. So I'm gonna be back with you guys in a second. So it almost has that the top part is a little bit brighter, and on the side down here is gonna be a little bit darker. And then we have a couple of patches of grass. So we have a patch of grass over here, and oh, it's not even the camera, and another patch of grass over here. So two patches of grass and another one over here. And I don't see, and maybe some grass over here. So this is gonna be green. Now this is gonna be a little bit of a problem because this is the same as the translucent parts. So I will see how I'm gonna fix that one out. What should be brown? So I'm gonna use this first to see how is going to be the dry brush. I would say it's not bright enough. So we're gonna go with a little bit brighter gray. And of course I forgot to shake it up. Here we go. Yeah, that's much better. So usually how I'm doing my my bases when there are too many things. So you got the infinity. Oh, and they're both gonna arrive today. That's amazing. So probably by the time it starts live streaming, maybe you even get it. So usually when I'm going with the main base and there are rocks and you don't really know where to start, it's better to start with doing something, just blocking out the colors to have an idea what you want to do and then just start doing it. And then you can always go back and modify the pieces that you're not happy with it or it didn't came out as the way you imagined it. I always do that and it works out pretty good for me, so I cannot complain about that. So between 5 and 10, and then you go live at 2 o'clock, and then usually your 3 hours streaming. So yeah, it will be by the end of your stream. Oh, look who's here! The old painter man. Yes, I broke a couple of them. I didn't break them. I just banned them, and they once you ban them, you cannot straighten them back out. Welcome to the chat, old man. Chris, I mean, I don't know which one you prefer. Now, this is my second live stream. Yesterday was the first one, so I'm hoping to improving on it. Next week, I think I'm going to set up a schedule. It will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week, I'm just going to be random here and there. But from next week, I think I'm going to set it up to be every, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We will see. So I saw that you're painted up a blob. Is that correct, Chris? Yeah, it's a 1.5 scale. I have a custom scale that I usually always do. It's closest to the Sideshow scales because Sideshow says it's 1.5, but technically it's 1.4, but technically it's 1.5. So yeah, a little bit smaller than one quarter scale. Are you taking a break from editing? I know I hate editing. I'm mostly like to paint, but when I have to edit the videos, I finished my cable a couple of weeks ago, and I still didn't finish to edit all the videos. So between doing this cable, yeah, my wife maybe is not that happy with all this work I'm putting in here and not spending too much time with her. But hopefully one day this actually will be my full-time job. So let's hope. Yeah, I said even if the live stream will pick up and is going to work out, then maybe I'm going to move away from the editing part as well. Who knows? We will see. Look, we can only hope. And let's hope that the YouTube algorithm doesn't screw us too much over. Like I mentioned before, last year for me was really good. And then in start of July, something happened, something changed. And since then, I don't have the same views and subscribers as was till then. Then back then was really, really good. I was so happy, but then again, it's just everything just plummeted. And I heard a lot of big creators as well. They were complaining around that time. They were saying that they had the same problem. The views and everything just went down. I feel like YouTube does this at least once a year, just changes up everything. So okay, now that this is done, I'm gonna use cargo brown contrast for the bottom side of the base. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure YouTube has a little bit of a favoritism system, and some people get that lucky card or whatever. Now with this contrast paint, I'm just gonna do the bottom part of the base, so it looks like a more like a muddy part. Yeah, guys, if you're interested in more videos like this, go and check out the Old Man Painter. Old Painter Man. Sorry, I keep confusing your name, the order. And also check out the 3D Painter. He's doing live streams. And you can always learn something new from someone. That's what I keep saying. So if you're into the hobby and you want to learn more, definitely check out these guys. They are really, really amazing. But don't leave yet. Stay for the stream, and then once we are done, then you can go. Now I put a little bit too much paint of this in here, so I'm gonna have to clean it out. Now, Chris, when you think you're gonna finish editing the video? When you think it's going to be ready? Look, I can tell you one thing. Till it goes, and try to push it as much as possible, because when it goes good, but when it slows down, it slows down. So till it goes good. Now I don't know which to use, the Noom oil or the black wash on this one. Let me find the black wash. Where did I put it? Here we go. So I think I'm gonna go with the black wash actually, not with the Noom oil. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Again, I forgot to shake this one. Why would I assume you that? You're doing a pretty good work, man. So I'm gonna do a little bit of shadows on the bottom part because we don't want everything to be the same color. So I'm gonna try to airbrush this dark wash from the bottom up. So in the dark places or in the holes. So give a little bit depth to the sculpt. So all this amazing work that the artist put in it will show up. I'm gonna make this thing look amazing. Hi Sim, how are you? Hi guys. If you're new here, just if you don't mind to hit that like button, it will help out a lot. Much appreciated. So Chris, as far as I understand, you're not collecting the statues, so you're gonna give them away. Now again, what I'm doing here, I'm just try to give a little bit of a depth to the sculpt over here. I don't just want to be just a basic simple sculpt, so I'm gonna go over and darken it up a little bit here and there. So this way the details will pop a little bit more. Now guys, if you have any questions, just put it down in the chat, and we have a couple of amazing artists over here like the old painter man and 3D painter as well. So if you have any questions, go ahead. I'm pretty sure the guys will be more than happy to answer, and of course I will try to answer as well. Now I cannot say I'm an expert. I'm learning as I go sometimes as well, but doing this for some time, so I hope I did pick up a couple of small things here and there. Yeah, you definitely want to make some money out of it, of course. This hobby is quite expensive, I have to say. It's not one of the cheapest hobbies. Now, I think that will be enough, and Yeah, looks pretty good so far. Oh yeah. A lot of time goes into this. But we love to do it. Did you used to paint up minis as well, Chris? I started with minis and I wanted a 3D printer so I can print more minis. And once I got the 3D printer, I realized that hold up a minute, I can do full statues now. So why wasting the time on minis? Now, what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna spray a lot of Noom oils on the top of the dry brush. And if you ask yourself, why would I do that? Because I want this to be covered in a way. But then I'm gonna come back after dries and then do some more dry brush over on the top. I find it this way that the details pop out a little bit more after you put normal oil over the dry brush and then you dry brush it again. Oh, hi Christina as well. You're back. Now, guys, thanks everybody for joining my live stream. Thank you very much again. Much appreciated. And I will appreciate even more if you hit that like button. Thank you very much. It helps out a little bit more than you will imagine. You want to be in the good grace of the YouTube algorithm. Now, we will see today how far we go with this one, because I didn't get a chance to prepare the translucent parts. So, if I get a chance to work on those, if not, I'm gonna prepare them off screen and then we're gonna paint them up probably tomorrow if I'm gonna be on. Not sure yet. And now, yeah, I don't know, guys, if you see the difference between these two, where it's starting to dry, like those colors and details are just like really, really popping. So I really like this way of doing the dry brush and then just shade all over it and then do the dry brush again. Oh, till this model will be finished, yeah, that will be some time. That will definitely will be a couple of streams in before even we go close to be finished. Now with the streaming, it's really cool because you see everything happening in front of you, in front of your eyes. So that's always good. Now this so far looks good to me. Now we will just have to leave it dry. And then I'm gonna come back, and again I'm gonna go a little with the dry brushing again, and then I'm gonna do. You see the cracks? I'm gonna use liquid skill, so that will be the Cammy panel liner, and I'm gonna go over all the cracks, and I'm gonna fill in the cracks with the liquid skill. So that's gonna pop the details even more. Now, guys, remember, if you have some time after my stream is done, you can check out the 3D painter as well. He's gonna stream. Depends on what time I'm finishing. He's usually starting his stream at 2 o'clock. That will be U.S. time. So in the U.S., I'm streaming from the EU. So it's a little bit of a different time zone, but we can make it work. So actually, I'm going to use my drying brush to dry up this one a little bit. I would prefer to keep working on the bottom of the base before I move on, but the Numo oil takes some time to dry, so I even went a little bit heavy-handed specifically. Now, I don't know if you see it on the camera, but at the moment at the base, it has a purplish color to it, but I didn't use any blue or purple, so this is from the base color, which the base color is blue-black. Blue-black or blue-gray? Blue-black, so this one here. And when you do the new oil on it, it becomes a little bit purplish to it, so I really like that. Now, Cammy's effects, they translucent, so I'm going to paint them up in alcohol. So the bottom part will be more bluish, and the top part will be, I'm not sure if I'm going to go a pinkish or a purplish color on the top of the effect. So everything down here is going to be more bluish, so the base is going to go really good. Now this time when I'm going to do the dry brushing, I'm going to go a little bit lighter, so I'm not going to go heavy with the dry brush like I did before. I know with the hair dryer will be way, way faster. Now I'm not going to dry it all up with the airbrush. I'm just going to go a little bit now these spikes over here, this should be the same color as the effect. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna achieve those because this will be acrylic ink, alcohol ink, and this will be acrylic paint. So it's a little bit of difference between them, but I'm gonna try to make them as close as possible. But that will be a little bit more of a tricky part to do. So now I don't know how much comes through the camera. As you can see down here, it has more brownish color to it. And with the dry brush I did before, I done the what it's called. the Cogger Brown contrast paint on it. So, and then I went back with a little bit of a darker shade as well, so you can see all the details and all the depth into the bottom part of the base. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and I will have to start working on these two guys. So this one, again, I'm going to use no oil on all of it, pretty much. So let's do that. Just drench this thing in no oil. I'm going to start with a smaller piece. Now what I'm going to do with this piece over here, I'm going to give it a lots of neem oil, let it dry a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, let it dry. And then I'm going to come back with a paper tissue and remove most of it. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. You know, when before you start working on something, you have all the ideas how you're gonna do it. You look up all the art and everything. Then when you're actually doing the pieces, things are changing really fast. Now I leave that a little bit more to dry. I'm gonna clean out the airbrush. Make sure that it's no gunk on the nozzle. Now, you have to watch out with the loom oil and any of the shades or washes. They dry really fast in the airbrush. Yes, I kind of decide what color I'm using in advance. I always look up the model and try to do some research and then kind of decide on the paint. But sometimes, as I go, I change out the paint as well. So sometimes, what I mean, I change out the paint. It's the same color, but a different shade to that color. So, like say it is green. Sometimes I go a little bit lighter, or I go a little bit darker. Depends. It's not all the time it works out as you think. You imagine it you had, so you have to be flexible on the spot to change it out if you're not happy with it. I had so many times that I painted up something and I didn't like the color at all. Now, let's see now. That's it. I'm just gonna tap here and there a little bit. So I'm gonna remove some of the neem oil, but I don't want to remove all of it. So just gentle tap on it. Now, where you want to remove a little bit more, you just have to press the tissue a little bit more. Leave as much as possible. Again, you don't want to remove all of it. You want to have all the scratch marks and everything on it. And then we're gonna dry it up a little bit. The worst thing that can happen that you decide on the paint, and then when you're painting up, you run out of the paint and you cannot find it. That was the most annoying part, I think. when you don't plan ahead and you run out of the paint, and the shop that you buy stuff, usually it's out of that paint, or if you order it online, it doesn't come in time, even if they say they have it in stock. You order it and it arrives by the time you finish the model, so you have to change out the color on the go as well. Thanks, Chris. Hope to see you soon, and I'm gonna check out your video as soon as it's up. Enjoy the editing. Who knows, one day we're gonna grow, have a bigger subscribers, and then we will have somebody to edit our videos. That will be amazing. Again, guys, go and check out all the Painterman channel. He's doing some amazing work as well. He has a new channel. He just started a couple of weeks ago, but he's growing really fast, and the work he does as well, it's amazing. So if you want to check out more paint like this or similar, go and check out his channel. And again, don't forget to check out the 3D painter as well. He's here in the chat with us. If you have any questions, just put it down there, and pretty sure we're gonna answer most of your questions. And now the tricky part comes. I have to start doing this, but I'm not sure what color to use on it. To use a brown wash or a red wash. Let me see how much of the base dried up. This still has to dry. Let's help it a little bit. It's almost dried, so soon I can get back to this as well. Now soon, me and the 3D painter, we're gonna try to do some group stream as well. So we will have multiple people working on multiple projects. So everybody will do something different. So that sounds really, really fun. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one, but I don't need the copper at the moment anymore. So let's put that paint away, and let's see. I'm gonna go. I try to go with the no, I go with the red one, just to try it out to see how it goes. And I'm gonna change the airbrush to a little bit more precision. You mean the bronze? Yeah, it's gonna be still bronze, but it's just we have to give it a little bit details to dirty up a little bit. So let's see how it's gonna look. Worst case scenario, we can always go back and just repaint the whole thing if it doesn't come out as expected. So with this one, I'm just gonna go slightly over the edges. Don't worry, it's okay. We all make small mistakes. Trust me, I call so many things in the wrong name, and to be honest, I don't mind too much. Okay, I like this how it's starting to look. Yeah, this is how I imagined it. So we are getting there, definitely. Okay, this is done. Now let's do the same thing now to the O as well. Now everybody went really quiet in the chat. I'm just wondering how many people actually are doing some work as well. Usually when I'm working and I'm not live streaming, because this is my second time I do that, I usually listen to somebody on YouTube, podcast, or a documentary on Netflix, or I'm listening to somebody who's doing some work. There's so many options out there today on YouTube, so you can find whatever it's your niche. Yeah, this is looking good. Now again, when using shade or wash paint, so make sure that you clean out your airbrush. These things, they dry so quickly inside your airbrush, and then you will have to take it apart, clean it, so that will waste you even more time. And one thing, I mean, two things we don't have as this hobby: we don't have money and time enough. Let me refresh the chat, because it looks like I'm a little bit behind. or I'm not seeing the chat. Can somebody type in the chat to see if it's working? And I'm wondering if you guys even hear me. Just type in something in the chat, guys, if you can hear me, or I just want to check out if the chat is actually working. At the moment, I don't see anything, so I'm not sure. Hello? Anyone there? Okay, let me check out if this thing works, because... Oh, you can hear me. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was a little bit worried that you cannot hear me. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, that's working. Now I'm gonna go over again with some dry brushing. Looks like the neem oil dried up a little bit. So this time I'm gonna want to go a little bit lighter with the dry brushing, so not as strong as before. So I'm trying to load the brush a little bit less with the paint. So when you load up your brush with paint for dry brushing, you have to watch out for the first couple of strokes. They can be really strong, so if you don't want to put too much back on, you have to be really mindful of that. Now at this point you don't have to worry too much, because you can always go back and do some more wash over it, so it's not end of the world. But it's just better to watch out than to work twice. Now guys, what else do you do when you watch somebody's live stream, mine or somebody else? Are you working on something, or you just relaxing and taking in the moment, enjoying what you see? Or let me know in the chat, like, curious of what people do. Like I mentioned before, usually when I do this, and if I'm not streaming, then I'm listening or watching other people doing similar things, I will say. And now this looks good to me. So now the next phase will be with the liquid skill. So I'm gonna put in a lots of liquid skill into these cracks, and that will take the piece to the next level. And we just have to do the grass spots. So we have some grass over here, here, and here, and here. So I'm gonna do those, and then the bottom part of the base will be done. This was quite a fast one, I have to say. It didn't have too much colors in it. And now, as I mentioned, I'm going to use the liquid scale just to actually let me do a little bit more dry brushing before I move on. I think I skipped a little bit over here. I think I lost a couple of you guys. So let's see on this one over here. I think that will do. I think that's enough. And now I'm going to go to the liquid skill, as I mentioned before. And now with this one, I'm just going to go a little bit heavy-handed here and there. So I'm going to do all the cracks as much as possible. Yeah, I'm still here. Don't worry. So I did the second dry brush over, and now I'm doing the liquid skill in the deepest parts of the sculpt, just to make everything pop a little bit. Oh, I don't want to spill this one. Now this thing is called the liquid skill for good reason. Because it makes everything look way much better without doing any actual work. Okay. Don't you worry around, go to the shop if you need to. I'm gonna be here for some while, so if you can make it back in time, that's okay. If not, I'm gonna catch you on your stream. Now, when using the liquid skill, don't have to watch out too much of what you're doing. you just try to apply it as much as you can. Now it depends on the piece as well of where you're applying the liquid skill, but usually it's just straight up. Hence the name liquid skill. Now after this model, I already have some plans, but it looks like I could do something else that I was actually planning. So we will see how that works out. I was planning to do a Jujutsu Kaisen character, but it could be that I'm doing still a Jujutsu Kaisen character, but it will be a different one. And I'm wondering, what are you guys more interested in? What type of characters? Would you be more anime, cartoons, video games, Star Wars, superheroes, movies? The only thing you have to watch out with the liquid skill that you have to put it everywhere. You don't want to skip on it too much. And now after this, I'm gonna let this dry. So we're gonna go back to the post and we're gonna work on that one or on the ladder. We will see on the letters. We will see which one is more dried up. Oh yes, it's so handy. For a long time, I didn't have it because they will not send it over here. So it was quite hard to me to get a hold of it. But once I went to I think I went to the UK and I got it from there. When I'm gonna visit UK again, I will have to pick up another one. I don't know why I'm buying paints from the UK from Elemental Games. Elemental Games called, yeah. And let me double check that. Yeah, Element Games, yeah. And they didn't have it in stock for a really long time, so I couldn't get it from them either. And I don't even remember where I picked it up. But I was really happy that finally I got a hand on a bottle. Oh, so you like video games? Master Chief, yeah. I was thinking to make Master Chief Tanuki figures. Got one out. It's the more modern one. To be honest, I like it, but I prefer the Halo 2 or 3 Master Chief are my favorites. But even the new one, it's pretty cool. So Actually, I'm thinking to make that one, and I already checked it out, and I can print that one in 1/4 scale. So that would be huge. Yeah, I have so many plans. I don't have enough time. Varnets? Where is that? Oh, yeah. Sorry, ground affected. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, probably has it. Yeah. Well, I was thinking to actually visit him once, but I don't know exactly where in the UK he lives, and I don't want to just show up on somebody's doorstep like, look, I'm a creep. I've been following you for so long, and I just show up on your door. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I don't actually know where in the UK actually he is, so who knows? Maybe one day we meet up. That would be pretty cool, to be honest. I think actually lots of people go and visit his store. Who knows? Maybe next time when I go to UK, I'm going to reach out to him before that and just see where he's about. Okay, so let's do some down here as well. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure as well. But you see, sometimes the time when you go somewhere you don't have enough, and then yeah, but that will be cool. Yeah, who knows? One day maybe I get to visit him. You know, one day maybe you may make it in Ireland as well. You come for a Guinness. Actually, I never asked you. Do you like Guinness, Ron? Next year. Sounds good. Yeah, I always plan to go here, go there. I was like, oh, yeah, we're gonna go there, and then it's not always works out as you plan it. So now I have to dry this one out. So I'm gonna leave this to dry. I already picked up the green that I'm gonna use for the grass. But first, I just have to leave this to dry because otherwise the liquid skill will move around too much around the base, and I don't want that. So my trusty drying brush over here is gonna do some work to dry just a little bit. So the panel liner will not pour in the places that I don't want to. Now, where is going to be the impact for the effect? I'm I'm thinking to do a little bit like a blue effect. I'm not sure yet about that. And maybe I'm gonna do some rust effect over here on the ladders on the ground. I have this rust paint. I don't use it enough, to be honest. Okay, now I'm gonna set this aside, let it dry, and then the focus will be the green after that, which I already choose which green I'm going to use. This is the same green that I use for my levy for the Attack on Titan. And now this is not dry properly, but we can start working on it. So now here we have these cables. There are way too many cables for this, but let's see. I'm gonna go bronze with this. I'm gonna do this sleeve black. So we're gonna need some black color. So let's get that one out. And then we need a wet palette. So I'm gonna get that as well. Yes, I did. Actually, my first characters. That was some time ago. I think it was like 4 years ago. So it was the what's the rogue name? Valeria, the blood elf that was in the cinematics as well. So I done her, and it's really really cool. And Bucklemancer. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name. Made a new sculpt of her, so I was thinking to actually paint her up as well. It's one of my favorite characters. I used to be a rogue when I used to play World of Warcraft. And my second character was my favorite, Illidan. Yeah, I have that one. I was always looking to paint up another model of him, but nothing better came out. So that was some time ago. I still have the figures, the statues. They are downstairs. But yeah, I would love to repaint those ones with some better ones, kind of, if that makes sense. So here I'm gonna use the black. What I'm looking for, I forgot. I'm looking for my brush. Okay, so I'm using this type of brush. This is a Raphael. Let me see one that's better. So these ones, and these are quite expensive, but they're really, really, really good brushes. So usually I'm using those ones. So yep. Now I almost dropped the phone down by mistake. Oh look, you get the address. Okay. How did you get the address? Did you just Google it? That was quite fast. Yeah. Who knows? Probably when I go next time, I will try to actually visit. I'm gonna maybe even message him to say if it's okay to go. Just don't want to show up there, like a stalker. He's gonna call the cops on me. He's a cool guy. He will never do that. So yeah. But yeah, who knows? Maybe next time when I go there, I should just hit him up. I have some family that lives in UK, so I'm gonna hit them up and I was like, let's go for a road trip. Pretty sure they will not mind it. They're usually pretty cool, so funny story. I used to work in the Guinea storehouse for a couple of years, and because I speak four languages, so I was doing lots of tours and everything. My problem was always to when people would record me. Yeah. Uh, so when I was in the Guinea storehouse, I was always, to be on the camera. Like even recording my voice, it always was a problem for me. That's why I stayed away from live stream. And the second one is to be on camera. So that's why you guys don't see me too much on camera. And well, I don't know. I try to show more my work than myself. I don't care too much about me being on the camera. So, that would be amazing. Imagine that. Just to go out and have like one of those nights. Just next morning you wake up, you don't even know where did you go. I have to be honest with you. Before the couple of years ago, I handled my alcohol way better. Now, uh, it's a different story. We are not as good friends anymore. Well, I presume that comes with age. So back in the days, I would get drunk every night, wake up the next morning, and like nothing happened. Just walked it off. Now when I get hangover, it's like I'm dying. It's not even marriage. I think it's just my body doesn't absorb the alcohol as good as it's done it before. At this point, it's just yeah. But it's always nice to have some. What is your favorite drink, Ron? Probably whiskey. Oh, beer only. Yeah, lately I only drink beer as well, and even that one not too much. But I drink beers. Yeah. Do you have any special beer that you like, or just lager in general? Or you go for the ales? Guinness pretty good. I have to be honest with you. It's not as hard on your stomach as a lager or on any other type of beers. Now, where I'm coming come from, we have palinka, and that I have to say, my friend, that's like medicine if you drink responsibly, and it's pure poison if you don't. That thing will fuck you up badly. Oh yeah, I that used to be my favorite as well. For a long time, I only drink that, I have to say. But I don't know why I stopped. I don't actually remember. I just stopped drinking it. But yeah, I used to love it. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna give a second coat in a bit of a time. So we're just gonna leave it dry. I'm gonna blow some air on it to help make it dry faster. Now, at the first, I wanted to use gunmetal over here on these brackets or whatever they called, clamps. I wanted to use gunmetal on these ones, but now because I use no oil, it will be really close to the same color as the towel. So I'm thinking what color to use now. Really, here you can find it in every single pub. I think it's one of the more common ones after Guinness, of course. I don't know. Lately, I have a specific German lager that I go to one of the pubs over here, and I always get that one. I really like German beer, so that's kind of what I've been drinking lately. Oh yeah, you will love it here in Ireland. We don't have Fosters here. We used to have it in a while, but I didn't see it for a long time. Hi guys, if anybody new here, welcome to my live stream. I'm painting up Cammy from Street Fighter from LA Figures. If you like the statue, go and check it out. You can get the STL files from his Patreon. It was for the last month, but I think it's still available. I'm not sure. Go and check it out. Now, at the moment, I'm painting up the base pieces. So this is the main base. I did some panel lining, liquid fill on it. So I need to let it dry, and then we continue with the grass and hope to finish it up. So now I have to decide what to use on these brackets. Okay, so I'm not sure. Should I use black? I'm gonna use black and see how it goes. And in the worst case scenario, I'm just gonna repaint it. I really like this brand of brush. They are really good. They're a bit expensive, of course. Nothing is cheap in this hobby, but they are perfect. I started using these when I was doing the minis, and to be honest with you, we don't need this for the statues, but you can give some fine details with it. So I prefer to do once and good than to keep copying back and painting over or fixing mistakes. Now this brush, again, as I said, it's really good. I really like it. I could recommend it to anybody. It's the Raphael. This one. This one. So they're really good. I'm using 3.01 the size, and I can use this for almost everything. Now, guys, if you like what I'm seeing here and you want to see more of it, there are lots of channels out there and it's so easy to find. But for the moment, stay here, don't leave. But for example, later on, the 3D painter is gonna stream as well. He's doing different, he has different methods. His channel is similar but different in the same way. So go and check him out. Then you have the old man, old painter man. He's new, but he's rising really, really fast. He's doing some amazing work as well. So check him out as well. And then there are a couple of more channels out there that will need your help. So again, once you start watching these videos, they will pop out. Another one that comes to my mind, it's wait a second, what's his name? Sergeant Major Swap. Check him out as well. Give him some love. He's doing some amazing work as well, and he was saying as well that lately his views are really, really down. Again, we try to support each other over here. So if you like what I'm doing here, go check his channel out. He's doing similar things. But again, everybody has a different way, so you can always learn something from us. And then again, if you have any question, just put it down in the comments and we usually try to answer as much as fast as possible. We're learning as well, so it's almost that we're learning together. So it's something that we don't know. Usually we try to find it out. Oh, so the tools, yeah, mostly from the internet, to be honest with you, because shops are not stocked too much. For example, I have a couple of art shops over here, Evans in Dublin. So the brushes, mostly I buy them from Evans. But everything else, usually it's from Amazon. It's the most fastest way to get them. And usually they are the cheapest as well. Now, maybe one day I'm gonna do a video as well of what tools you need. So we will see if anybody's interested in that. I will be happy to show off the tools that I'm using every day. Now I'm trying to look at the reference pictures over here. Okay. Oh yes, and Sarge digital design as well. How did I forget about him? Yeah, thanks, Ron, for reminding me. There are so many small channels that they're doing amazing work, but again, for some reason, the algorithm doesn't like us. So he kind of they forgot about us. But yeah, hopefully one day we get there and it will be a little bit easier. Now, the next thing I will do it will be to do the green, but I'm thinking of well, I think it's faster to do it by hand because if I mask it up, it will just take a long time. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna go with the brush. I'm not gonna tape it up or mask it up. Let's hope this green's going to cover because this is metallic paint that I used before. So sometimes to paint over metallic paint it's a pain in the ass. But let's hope with this one it will be only a couple of coats. And then again, if it doesn't cover correctly, I can always mask it or tape it up and then just give it a nice airbrush quick. Now let's see. It looks like this green is gonna be okay after 2, maybe 3 coats. Let's hope for the best. Now, usually I leave my pieces always to dry a little bit. So, for example, when I give the next coat, it's the paint doesn't chip away or I don't get dirty from other paints. So I always like to let it dry correctly. But because we are live and I'm only working on the base now, it has to be done this way. So now here I'm going to work out all the brush lines because I don't want those to show up. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine, to be honest. I think with the second coat it's going to cover way better. It's always the first coat of paint that it's a little bit, and the green it's not as bad as orange or yellow, so usually covers a little bit better. The worst to put on metallic paints to cover it up, it's orange, yellow, red. I think red is the worst of them, to be honest. You see, lately I'm using only can primer, so I don't have any paint on hand as primer, so that's why I'm not using it. But usually I use Dactan, almost like a primer, because Dactan will cover everything up. Not joking. If you want to cover up a color, just paint Dactan over it. And then over any red color, anything like that will go really nice on Dactan. Ground Affected has this on his channel that every time somebody he says Dactan, the people in the chat they have to take a shot. So I'm pretty sure people are quite drunk in his live streams. Does he do live streams? No, he doesn't. He just does videos, as far as I know. Maybe he does live stream on his Patreon, but not sure about that. Thank you. Yeah, the green is looking good. And again, it's gonna cover a little bit better. Now the only thing is, after this, I will have to come back and do all the letters in silver. So yay! Thank you. It's always fun that after you cover up a color, you have to come back and do the same color again. Now I will see how the streaming goes, if it works out. And then I was thinking maybe I'm going to set up the streaming to stream on Twitch as well in the same time as on YouTube. Not sure yet if that will be something, but I'm gonna wait and see a little bit. I didn't even know if how many people are streaming 3D print paints up on Twitch. I think maybe Hobbies. I think they're streaming on Twitch. Not sure. Now I'm gonna straight up pass the second code now, and I'm gonna try to be with this one a little bit more careful. and do it properly. But I already can see that it will need a third coat. The green is just because it's on silver, and to cover up metallics, some paints it's easier, with some paints it's harder. Definitely, this green it's on the harder side. Well, if I done that time before this, now it will be easier. But even the green, I have to paint it over the Dactan. It has to have two coats. So if I paint one Dactan and then two greens, will be same, honestly. So it doesn't change anything really. Now, when you do the final coat, just make sure that you spread out the paint and you don't see the brush strokes too much. So make sure that you cover all the area nicely and tightly. Does anyone here collect comics? Or what other hobbies you guys have? Okay, this one looks better a little bit, but again, this will need definitely another coat, so who knows, maybe even two. I forgot to put the top on the paint, so let's hope it doesn't dry too much. Now, sold all my comics books a year ago, and no. Oh yes, video games. Whew, don't even get me started on that. I wasted so much time on World of Warcraft. I can't believe. Even till today, I'm remembering stuff of World of Warcraft that nobody should remember. Yeah, I went back a couple of months ago. My son wanted to see World of Warcraft, and I went and I showed him. And yeah, nah, it's it's the same game, but it's not the same game. It's something different these days. Changed so much. Like when you go back, yes, we find the same things that you know in a way, but the gameplay and everything it's different. I know people say that the Lich King, when it came out, the expansion was one of the worst ones, but I think it was actually the better ones because then when all the people they were playing the most, it was the most popular, and it wasn't just for the hardcore gamers; it was for everybody, even for the newcomers. It was easy to jump in and play it, and I think it was the best time to play World of Warcraft, if you ask me. Again, the hardcore World of Warcraft players, they will say like, "Oh no, no, Lich King was the worst." Well, I think he was the best because everybody could just pick it up and just play it. And there were so many people playing back then. Even Iceman Gold, I think he started to launch himself with World of Warcraft back those days, and look at him now. That guy has so much going for him, like has so much views and everything. Now I do like Asmongold, but I don't like his political views. But that's something else. I like to watch him when he used to play and all that stuff, but anything else except the video games, I don't care too much on his opinion, to be honest. I think the guy has lots of good points, but with the political thing, he kind of lost me. But anyway, I'm not from the US, so I don't care too much about US politics for now. Yeah, video games, it was a big part of my life. When I was younger, I always wanted to play, and back then, video games, you could not just go out and buy one. You will get a video game like, well, every 6 months maybe or something like that. Yeah, I am the same. Like, this is what I liked in World of Warcraft. When I played World of Warcraft, just like my brain will switch off and just go in that world and just kind of forget about all your problems, which is good and bad in the same time. But yeah, yeah, I know what you mean with video games. Yeah, some of them like they can stress you out really really badly. Like I remember when I used to play League of Legends, man, the people over there, they were so toxic, but I loved that game. League of Legends was amazing, and but the community was a little bit toxic, so you will always fight and all that stuff. Oh yeah. So what did you play as in? You were on Horde or the Alliance side? Sim. Which was your choice? Yeah. Look, like even my wife sometimes says like, "Why I'm looking so much politics in from the U.S." And I go like, "Whatever happens over there, it has a ripple effect over us over here as well." Oh yeah, Gears of War. Yes, yeah, another one is coming out. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna pick up Gears of War as soon as possible. It's E-Day, so it's the start of the whole, and it's gonna launch on the same day as the original, the very first one launched. I remember that day I called my boss and I said like, "Look, I'm not going into work today," and he said, "Yeah, no problem. See you tomorrow." And I was like, "Not sure tomorrow I'm gonna be in as well." This was a Thursday, I think he launched. So I went back to work on Monday. Yeah, I love Gears of War. I always wanted to do one of the chainsaw weapons, like a real life one, to print it out. But it will be such a huge project. I would love to do one, but I think I have to get like a sponsor or something for that one. Like even just a sponsor to get the filament for free. I looked it up the other day, and I think I will have to print for like 2 weeks because I only have one filament printer. So I think I will have to print for 2 weeks. And again, the thing is because it's quite big, so it's not that you can make it smaller, because if you make it smaller, then it's not the same. Arc raiders can be toxic as well, so pretty sure it's similar to League of Legends. League of Legends was an amazing game. They changed it as much, so much as well that when I started tried to play it again, I couldn't recognize it. It was a different game. So I'm pretty sure that happens with Arc Legends as well. Arc Raiders, sorry. Arc Raiders that they change so much that if you take a break, when by the time you go back, the game it's way different. I was lucky to play some of the games when they were at the best time to play. Like even for example on the Xbox 360, Gears of War. I don't think it's gonna be the same. Like when I first played Halo 2 on the Xbox, that was such an amazing experience. Now everybody's playing online all the time. Also, you were on the Horde side as well. Yeah, I was Horde as well. I my first character was an Orc Warlock. My good friend Borg convinced me I wanted to go with a rogue. He convinced me to do a warlock because they were OP in PvP. So he wanted me to help him in PvP, and I sucked at that time at PvP, so I didn't help him too much to be honest. But then actually I become really good with my rogue because I done a rogue, I done a paladin. Down later on the road, I done a shaman as well. That was one of my mains as well. But the most fun I had is the warlock, rogue, and the paladin. I love those classes; they were really good. Yeah, I'm curious how many people are still playing World of Warcraft that used to play when the Lich King was out, when it came out. So that was a couple of more than 10 years ago, if I'm not wrong. No, actually, the Lich King came out almost 20 years ago. So I'm wondering how many people are still playing who played the original Lich King expansion. For example, I know even for example, Asman Gold doesn't play World of Warcraft anymore, and he used to play a lot. That guy was breeding World of Warcraft. I remember I used to watch a couple of live streamers as well. Now I'm missing the names now. Uh, Nothing worse than when you try to remember somebody's name and it doesn't come. Now, I like PewDiePie, but I never watched him play his games. He used to play lots of Minecraft and all that stuff. I was never into Minecraft. But him as well, like streaming was really good for him. He's now set for life, which is amazing. Just imagine that you play a video game that you like and you don't have to work for the rest of your life. And probably not his kids have to work anymore. As far as I know, he's quite a smart guy. So now, meantime, over here, I'm still painting up these. What should I call these? Brackets, clamps for the posts, and I start doing them with black. And I'm not sure if I like them yet or not. So I'm gonna finish up after these to try to finish up the green. So we give another coat to the green. I think it will be better if I mask this up at the start or give a coat of deck tan. This one doesn't look like it wants to cover properly. So let's hope for the best. If not, you're gonna watch me painting up this even tomorrow. It's always fun. Yay! Now it's too late to give a coat of deck tan. If you're wondering why I'm not using deck tan yet, okay, we need some more green. You know I'll be here and I'll be live streaming in just under 2 hours from now, maybe even after later today. Yes, guys. So make sure you check in the 3D Painter live stream as well. He's really, really good of what he's doing, and he has a different way to paint, which is always good because you never know what's working for you. So you better check him out, and I'm pretty sure you can learn something. I definitely learned some stuff from him, which I am really, really happy. He's most of his statues, they have lights in it as well. So if you're interested, for example, in installing some lights in your statues, then definitely check him out. Oh, I'm getting annoyed with this color. It doesn't cover at all how I would like to. I was hoping for a better coverage, but no. I'm lazy to do the taping and masking, and now I have to pay for that. I was hoping that 2 coats will do, but this is the 4th one now, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be any better. No, I don't like this. It looks bad. No, this looks bad. I don't like it. So let's take out the tape and do what I should done from the start. You see, sometimes to be lazy doesn't pay off. And of course, now I cannot find my... found it. Yes, I agree with you, Ron, 100%. like you said, you see all the small defects and everything that usually in the videos you cannot see because we're gonna edit it out. Here you can see the whole process. Like usually I never include taping up or masking up parts because it's a tedious job and nobody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see the fun part. See, Ground affected is kind of the same. He hates masking up things as well, so I kind of understand him why. But at this point, I have to do it because I cannot give another 2 coats, and seeing it not cover at all, that will just drive me crazy. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to learn my lesson. And next time when I do something like this, I'm going to be lazy again to mask it up. And then I will have to do the same thing again. Hi guys, if you're new to my live stream over here, thanks for joining. We'll appreciate a lot if you hit that like button. It helps out a lot more than you will think. It's a simple click for you, but it does wonders for the algorithm. So if you don't mind, just hit that like button. Again, much appreciated. Thank you very much. And you're interested in similar stuff that I am in this beautiful hobby, you can check out the 3D painter as well. He's gonna be live a little bit later after I finish. So go to his channel and check him out as well. Give him a like and subscribe. Now on my channel you can see full paint off videos as well. I just started streaming lately. This is my second time actually. The first time was yesterday. So I'm still learning the ropes of streaming. I'm almost done doing this, and hopefully next time I learn my lesson and I tape up this before I start painting it, because this green will not cover at all. Now I'm a little bit impatient with putting up this tape, so I'm going to use a little bit more than usual, because kind of I lost my patience with the green. But that's not the paint's fault, that's my fault, because I didn't do what I'm supposed to do from the start. I don't think anyone out there likes masking or putting tape up. If somebody does that would be an amazing job to do for all of us. Now I will have to cut up some tape over here to put it between the sign. I'm just going to use this scissor to cut it up. I used to have some thinner tape, but I cannot find it for the moment, so I'm just going to cut it up in nice strips and just try to put it in as much as possible. Now this looks pretty decent. Now just let's hope I'm not going to take any of the paint off because I didn't seal anything yet. Okay, now let's finish this green because I'm actually quite annoyed of this part that I didn't do it in the first part of it. So now I will be moved on already. Airbrush, airbrush. Where I put it? You over here. Now, if when I started painting the green, if I taped it up and do it with airbrush, it will actually took me less time, like what I was trying to do over here with the brush. So even that shows you sometimes it's not good to take shortcuts. Sometimes you just have to do the right thing from the start, and then actually it would be faster than to come back and do the whole thing. Maybe leave it dry a little bit. Then I'm gonna try it out with the. Yeah, I learned my lesson. This is maybe the fourth time now that I'm doing this, and yeah, I don't even know what time it is. Now, guys, after this, slowly, I'm going to stop so I finish up this sign, and then I'm gonna stop and then continue tomorrow, or we will see when will be the next live. I'm just gonna use this other airbrush to dry out the green a little bit so I can take down the tape because I don't want to pull or make a mess with the tape. So usually I dry up a little bit the paint really quick, and then I want to take the tape off. I don't want to leave it for too long on the paint. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna give a little bit of a wash the sign. So I'm gonna do a green on it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So actually, I'm not gonna take off the tape yet. I just have to make sure that the paint is dry. Okay, let's see. What wash should I use? Okay, I'm gonna use this one. I already know what I want to use. Actually. I'm gonna use this one. Maybe not. No, not this one. I'm gonna use this one. Hi guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's a small gesture for you, but it's a huge thing for us. the algorithm will think that we are really cool dudes, and he will recommend our channel to everybody else. So if you don't mind that, hit that like button. Again, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay, this is done. Now I'm going to quickly tape off this tape, and hopefully nothing comes up with it, because I was lazy and I'm rushing to finish this, so I didn't seal it. And sometimes if you don't seal it with a clear coat, some of your paint may chip away. So I'm hoping for the best over here. Now you have to understand something about the tape as well. It's more you leave it on it, more obvious will be that some of the paint will chip away. So it's always easier to remove it as soon as possible. You're welcome. And yeah, definitely if you just watch my videos that are heavily edited out, because people sometimes will lose the patience. They just want to go to directly to one subject. So live streaming, it's more personal will be as well, I find it. You kind of build a community as well. And thanks you guys again for joining in. And it's different like just watching the video. It's more personal kind of way live streaming. You see actually the small things that you will not see in a heavy edited video. Like for example, I always try to add as much useless things that they don't need to be over there. So okay, this came out good, so I'm happy with it now. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take an even brighter green, and I'm gonna do some dry brushing over it. And then I have to finish up the letters, and then this is mostly done. I have to give another coat of the bronze on the top with some wash. Okay, for this one I'm gonna use a smaller dry brush, and if you're wondering where I have this from, you can guess once. It's from my wife. I stole it from her. So she had a brand new set and she didn't use it. So I went in one day, I saw it, and I was like, okay, you're coming with me. And I don't even know if she knows that I took it, but that's our secret now. Pretty sure after this video she will know. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna check it out. Now I'm going to use some panel liner, the liquid scale, and just do the corners really nicely. Now I was focusing so much on this that I even forgot to talk. So yeah, now I just have to paint up the silver and this will be mostly done. Where is the silver that I want to use now? Okay, I'm going to use this one. Actually, this one is the darker silver, so something a little bit brighter. Gunmetal. And of course, when I need it, I don't find it. Found it. Oh, yes. Now, I didn't put on the gloves, so let's hope for the best. Now, this will be just the top part of the letters, so I will have to do the sides as well, of course. I'm not going to leave it like that. Unfortunately, the panel liner didn't dry yet, so I don't want to make a bigger mess. So I will have to wait with that one on the top, but I can do this one on the bottom over here. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. So guys, I'm going to stop over here. I I'm going to change a couple of things over here tomorrow on the green. I think it's a little bit too washed out, so I want to bring the color back. So I'm going to pass uh, a shade on it. Uh, I don't like how it's looking at the moment, so I'm going to fix that one on the inside. Let me look it up over here. What can I use? Let me see really quick if I can use this one over here, just to bring a little bit of a color back in. I feel like the green was a little bit washed out. Yeah, I definitely think it looks a little bit better. Yeah, I like it better this way. So with this one said, guys, I'm going to stop, and then on my next live stream, we're gonna continue from here. Thanks everybody for joining, and hope to see you on the next one. Again, really soon, in about an hour, our 3D painter is going to stream as well. He's working on a Daredevil at the moment, so check out his stream. I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy it. And I hope to see everyone here tomorrow. And before you leave, please just make sure that you hit that like button. And again, thank you very much and see you on the next one. Enjoy.